Oh, okay. Let me say this again. I asked Bosso for a new BGM for Halloween, and he's like, you can use this. And then, turns out it's Millie's BGM. Bro, you can still hear me. You can hear me, right? Yes, I am not a witch. I am a ghost. I died, but it's fine. You don't have to cry. Even if I die, I will come back as a witch. I mean, as a ghost. Oh yeah, he called my music, he called my damn music porn music, and now he's going to provide me another VTubers BGM. Bro! Yeah, Virgil died. The context is my tweets last night. Little witch KoMETA. Hey, not bad actually. If there's gonna be a witch VTuber in KoMETA, I'm gonna keep calling her that. Little witch KoMETA. But yeah, today is the start of Spooky Week. So what we're gonna do today is that I'm going to be reading one of my favorite visual novels, NO UTA. So basically, we're just going to be watching a movie kind of, but I'm reading it, you know? If you don't know how it works, it's literally that. It's a read-along. Right? It's a read-along. If you know what visual novels are, then you can imagine what's going to happen. We're just going to read along. Also, I've been contemplating if I should voice Saya, or if I should just let her speak as she is. Yeah, I've been wondering if I should dub her, but I don't know. And I can't mute her right now in the settings. I need to mute her first. Is it linear or there's choices? Oh, there's choices, but if I recall correctly, I think they're at the last parts. And the visual novel's pretty short. I wonder if I can finish it today actually. Cause you know, reading in your head is way faster than reading with your mouth. And I finished NO UTA like in 4 or 5 hours. So I don't know how long this is gonna take. Voice Fuminori instead. Oh my god, I'm gonna be an incel, guys. I mean, I can't be an incel. He can't be an incel. He has Saya with him. Yeah. There are very few choices, yeah. But the endings are really good, honestly. They're all super good. This is my first time reading NO UTA, but I already read the summary from Wikipedia. Haha, don't worry, chat. I won't spoil. Yeah, it's pretty but do you guys want a synopsis of what we're gonna read? It's pretty spooky. It's a spooky VN. It's very good. I honestly didn't get scared that much because you're basically the bad guy here. But if you guys want a synopsis, I'll be happy to provide. Yeah, again, Urbocher wrote it. I won't spoil when I give the synopsis, but so that you guys know what you're jumping into. It's not really jump scare, it's atmospheric. Yeah, it is. Wait, is that short? Maybe I should read it when I have time. Yeah, I mean, you can read it with me now. OMG, Virgil, you look too cute. Thanks. You like my ghost form? Is it true that you're mabaho, Commander Virgil? I don't know who told you that. What the hell? Who is spreading these who's projecting their fetishes? What the hell? Oh yeah, I also have this funny story. Cause I have pizza here right now. Cause I ordered pizza earlier. And I went outside to meet the Grab driver, right? And I was wearing my pajamas. The cinnamon roll ones. And the pajama, you know, has buttons in them. And they're pretty big buttons. So they unbutton really easily, like accidentally. Sometimes I'd wake up and they're all unbuttoned. Yeah, okay, the driver... No, it's not the same guy, okay? Can you guys stop crying from the Grab driver? But, okay, to be fair, this one is probably something you guys will cry about. So, I went outside, and I didn't notice that my shirt's buttons were unbuttoned. And I don't have a bra underneath, right? So, I went out, and then I was like, it feels kind of breezy. And I, like, walked to the Grab driver. And then he was, like, staring at me. He was staring at me. I'm like, what? And then I like looked down, and then I could see like there was a boob window. Like, you guys might think I'm flat as shit, but like there's still a bit of meat there, you know. It's A cups. You can still squeeze it, you know. It's squeezable still. And there was a boob window. And he was staring, and I was like, I was supposed to get the food, right? But I just like turned away and started buttoning, and then I'm like, rainy weather today, huh? Haha. There was no You tell us more. We were kind of just awkward, and we were just like, hey, haha. and then he's like, okay, here's your food, bye, please rate me. And then yeah, that's basically it. I'm never going outside ever again. What is their plate number? Why do you want to know this guy's plate number? Why is it always the pizza delivery guys? I know, right? I didn't even... Dude, I'm so stupid. I literally didn't notice that my shirt was unbuttoned. Maybe I noticed it earlier while I was at home and I didn't bother like buttoning it up. So when I went outside, I already forgot that it was unbuttoned. And I looked down and oh my god, the boob window. Tell us their car and colors. He was on a motorcycle. Huh. The Disastrous Life of Commander Virgil, episode 1. No, I'm not offering fan service. I didn't even mean it. Actually, also, is this stream lagging by the way, or am I laggy? I don't know. Or is the chat delayed? Cause, I need to... Wait, is my internet fine? Work. Come on. Damn it. Damn it, work. Oh, is it fine now? Okay. Is it fine now? A few seconds it lagged for a bit. Oh, but it's okay now. Hi, Sekai. Okay, the thingy is green, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't know, everyone's internet is pretty weird because I think there's a storm. It's my fault, it's my fault. I'm destroying everyone's internet. What did I miss? Oh, nothing much, you didn't miss too much. Come on, you didn't have to tell him, you didn't have to tell him. But yeah, are you guys... Do you guys feel threatened by Grab-kun? It's a damn... She's talking about the damn Grab driver again! She's talking about the Grab driver again! Okay, let's start. Flashbang! Oh yeah! Remember how I said Purin helped me with the chat thingy? So now it looks like that. It looks like that. So she helped me set it up. You know, she gave me the code and everything. Thanks, Purin! Thanks. Have you guys seen her outfit? By the way, it's really, really adorable. Like, super cute. She kept talking to me about it when we were studying. No. When she was planning her new outfit. And then we were looking for artists together. It was nice. Change BGM. Wait, it's not even starting yet. One of these days, I will apply for that job for real, for real. Yeah, you guys are gonna turn into Grab drivers. Okay. Can you stop asking if I'm stinky? You're kind of like killing the joke by doing that. Alright. Let me turn off. There you go. Thanks, Bossu, for giving me music. Even though it's from Millie. The damn guy is streaming too. Okay. Can you guys hear the music? It's super nice. Let me just crank that up real quick. It's really white, right? Don't worry, it gets darker. Like way darker later. Alright, let's start. Oh yeah, people told me I smell like rice for some reason. I don't know if that answers your question. I smell like rice, that's what they say. I don't know why. This censored, right? Yeah, obviously I can't show the sex scenes on stream. You mentioned you smell like sampaguita before. Well, it's rice now. Rice and sampaguita. Okay. This work of fiction contains grotesque images that may disturb some viewers. Please select how you would like such images displayed. What rice brand? I don't know. Rice. Rice brand rice. Alright. We are not modifying grotesque images. We are not pussies, okay? We're going balls deep into this visual novel, except for the sex part. Because I still want my job. Alright, let me just drag you guys to the side of my screen so I can read you guys. Alright. Yeah! Did you guys like the opening scene? Huh? When did you last read this? I think it was like a year or two ago. Where did you download it from? Steam? You guys, when I mentioned the Grab driver. Three such creatures sit around the table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade whines, growls, and sounds that I cannot describe. Tell me if I need volume adjustment, by the way. Yeah, I agree. I understand. I get it. Yeah, that trip sounds nice. I would like to go on skiing too. By listening carefully, I am able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it is required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. However, these creatures look, they are my friends, apparently. Hi, Fuminori. I wish I could still deny it, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Thanks, Zersu, for joining the private rank. Night after night, I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to wake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. I know now that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so it will remain until the day I die. Oh yeah, I think I'm back. Where did we stop? What did you last read? It was the one with Fuminori, right? Let's read. Night after night, I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to wake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. I know now that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so it will remain until the day I die. How long will you stream? It depends, honestly, but I really want to finish this. Judging by its tone, this one must be Koji, and the one next to him squealing more than the others is probably Omi. Which means that the one next to me is Yo. Though I can no longer see any trace of her once attractive features, I try my best to ignore the rotten stench of excrement that issues from her quivering flesh. Yeah! This is how it feels like talking to you guys, by the way. No, it doesn't talk like me. I don't talk like that. Yeah, everything has changed, or almost everything. By some cruel trick of fate, my relationship to the world alone remains the same, as if an insane architect took the blueprints of my life and rebuilt it out of blood and gore. These monsters and I were part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together, we even went skiing together every winter break. Now these are but painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. It would have been comforting in comparison to believe that I had been abducted by aliens or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. But no, this is beyond a doubt. This is beyond a doubt the city where I was born and raised. The society that I was part of for 20 years, save that I and I alone can no longer see it that way. The world as I knew it is gone. I have no place to call home. What do you mean? Fuminori! Fuminori! There's a place you can call home. Chat, I don't understand what they're saying. Tell me. What are they saying? I don't speak in Vigilante. That is a very meaty room, yeah. You got some messed up senses. Anyway, I can tell that whatever they're discussing is of no more importance to me. I decide to keep quiet while pretending to listen. But just then... Hey, Fuminori! One of the flesh beasts as it swivels its bloodshot eyes towards me. What do you think? Well, what? I tried desperately to suppress my loathing and behave normally, but my hoarse voice ruins the attempt. Yeah, sure. A slimy hole near the top of the creature reeks nauseatingly as it vomits some semblance of words. That must be Koji's face, or what I would have seen as such 3 months ago. Unable to stomach the sight of it, I avert my eyes and give a neutral answer. I don't know. These were my closest companions. One of them had even wished to be more. How many nights have I spent crying in loneliness, lamenting the friends who no longer exist? It's Jejemon! Oh no, they're gonna start playing Jeje music! In 3 months, my tears ran dry, and now there is only loathing left in me. Surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Omi, and Yo, I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. If I fail... Oh, sorry. Only this time I'll be locked away forever. Hi, Arc-Bun! Hi, Arc. No matter what, I won't let that happen. Time to finish the visual novel arc. I mean, it's not like physical activity could affect your injuries, right? That's it. I can't look at them or bear their screeching any longer. Thanks for being a member for 2 months, Commissar Bunny. I feel even more scared while hearing this. The hours of rain here from where am I isn't helping too. Don't worry, it gets worse. I jumped to my feet, desperate to escape. Hey, Fuminori! A spray of stringy slime from the cilia around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but too late to keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, a desk, anything within reach, and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all. Jesus, I forgot how edgy Fuminori is. I barely suppressed this impulse. I wasn't let on that something is wrong. However they look to me, this is their world. I'm the outsider here. Higurashi moment! In the remake of NO UTA, Fuminori beats them up in a gym uniform. Like I said, today's my checkup. I've gotta go. Struggling to put on a smile, I reach into my wallet, pull out the first bill I find, and I put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change. I just need to get out of here now.
それじゃ
Later, I mutter hastily and flee the cafeteria. I'm not crazy.
ねえねえ、今度のスキー
This is the conversation earlier, by the way. For normal people. Hey, says Takahato Omi, why don't we go somewhere we can skate for this year's ski trip? Tsukuba Yo frowns at the suggestion.
スケート？わざわざスキー場にまで行ってスケート？
No, it's a
勘弁
cafeteria.
してやってくれよつくば。こいつ今そっちにハマってんだ。
Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, and it's Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup. They're a good match for each other, Yo thinks. Sometimes it makes her jealous.
なんせオウミってさ、
Damn,
この
Ria
前
juice.
この年になって初めてスケートやったんだ。
I mean, she'd seriously never gone skating before. I took her the other day.
何よ、スケートしたことなかったのがそんなに不思議
20歳になって初体験ってのは興味そうそう
I
な
have
いんじゃないか
never
な。
skated in my entire life.
子供の
I have
頃は
never been
なんとなく
skiing.
怖かったのよ。あの靴、なんだか
Yeah,
刃
what if
物
they
み
like?
たい
I
で
don't like
さ。
ice skating either. What if I fall over and my fingers get run over?
でも、いきなりやって滑れたの？
Damn, bro, she got the grandma tits.
容量はスキーとそう変わるもんじゃないからな。重心を前に出して靴の前のヘリでコントロールする感覚とか。
コウジにそう言われたもんだからさ、騙されたと思ってやってみたわけよ。そうしたらもう楽しくって。
If you guys are having a hard time figuring out who the characters are, the guy is Koji, the Ara sounding one is Omi, and the shyer sounding one is Yo. This is Yo right now on the screen. So it was a date. Yo feels a stab of envy. Koji and Omi enjoy their time together as normal lovers do. That's certainly not something that should make her jealous. It's just that her luck in love has been bad.
私も見てみたいな。オウミちゃんがスケートやる
Can
と
we
ころ。
increase the box opacity? Why? I thought you guys like big boobs. There you go. You get big boobs. See? Even Fuminori, like the MC said that she looks attractive. Yo keeps her voice upbeat, trying to cover up her disquiet. She knows that it's wrong to envy her friends. She too would be spending time with the man she admires. Those are some saggy tits. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm happy I don't have big boobs. I don't want them to sag when I'm older. If not for the terrible tragedy that befell him, his is true misfortune. Her bad luck doesn't begin to compare.
だからさ、ね、今度のスキー旅行、ついでにスケート旅行にしちゃえば2倍美味しく楽しいってわけよ。でもさ、スケートはスケートリンクに行けばできるじゃない。
Cause it's their date, okay? It's their date. You're just a third wheel here.
だから屋内じゃなくてさ、屋外スケート、凍った湖とかで
See,
滑れる
look,
と
look
ころ。
at Omi's boobs. They're pretty normal. I don't want to skate indoors. I want to skate outside on a lake or
そ
something.
んな都合のいいとこあるかな。なんだかすっごく混んでそう。
While speaking, Yo sneaks a sideways glance at the young man sitting next to her. Although the conversation has involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there's still some doubt over whether he could be called that, is beside her, as silent and expressionless as a statue. Alright. Fuminori is Yo's boyfriend. I forgot about that part. I thought Yo was trying to woo him, you know?
なあ、ふみのり。お前はどう思う？
Convergil. Perhaps Koji sensed Yo's pain in his usual quiet and considerate way.
どうって。
Sociable anti-artist Yo? Yeah. About what? The cause of Ryo's distress, Sakisaka Fuminori, responds to Koji's sudden query with a vague mumbled question of his own. Bro, Fuminori literally went from big tits to like children, bro.
いやだからさ今年の冬のスキーだよお前も行くよな
Koji speaks gingerly, as though probing a tumor. A few months ago, he would not have hesitated to rebuke Fuminori for his attitude. Their long acquaintance had forged a strong and honest friendship, but now...
わからない
Fuminori responds bluntly, his downcast eyes and sullen demeanor making it clear that he has no desire to break his silence.
何か他の予定でもあるのか
You have plans?
いや
Not
別に
really. Even Koji, Fuminori's best friend, cannot communicate with him as before. What hope does Ryo have of breaking through his shell? The scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all these months later. Each one of the four bears them, not only Fuminori.
なあ別に運動するのが傷に触るとかそういうわけでもないんだろ
どうだろうな今日の診療で先生に聞いてみる
Wakaranai. As though the answer drained the last of his patience, Fuminori bolts out of his chair.
おい文則
Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hand over his face as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Maybe some spit flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth, but that happens sometimes. Fuminori's reaction is beyond the pale.
だ
Ew,
から今日も
gross.
診療なんだもう時間だから
Fuminori snaps, making no attempt to relieve the discomfort of his friends. Today's my checkup. I have to go. Even as he tosses money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy.
それじゃあ
Ja. Fuminori stalks out of the cafeteria, almost as if he's running away. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining three lowered their gaze to the table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. 10,000 yen? That's 5,000 pesos! What the hell? Damn! Fuminori's coffee is untouched.
やってられないわねもう
Omi says with a sigh, but Koji shakes his head reproachfully.
文則にはもう少し時間が必要なんだと思う
だってもう3ヶ月よなんなのよあれ付き合ってるこっちが変になりそうよ
俺だってわからないわかるはずもないと思うお前だって想像つくかあんなひどい形で家族全員を奪われて
He's spitting facts though.
平気でい
I
ら
like
れる
how
わけないよ
Koji's supportive of him. What inflation? Alright. It could have happened to anyone. A tractor trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Sakisaka family car into twisted scrap. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. For a while, it had looked like as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. It was nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to a normal life.
見舞いに行った時なんてもっとひどかったじゃないか誰が誰か
How
も
would
分か
that
らず
make him
に
see all those disgusting
怯えて暴れ
things
て
though? I'll
ベ
explain
ッドに
it
縛り付け
later.
られて
You'll explain it later.
今はよくあそこまで立ち直ってくれたと思う
それにしたって変よ咲坂くん私たちのこと見る目つき
Ooh!
あれ何なの
I wonder, Omi.
まる
I
でこっちが
wonder.
人間じゃないみたい
よせ近江
Koji says forcefully, probably less out of empathy for his friend than out of consideration for Yo. Damn, I'm gonna witness a love quarrel here. Yeah, the accident effed him up. Koji's a bro, he is. I really like Koji. While Koji's kindness makes her happy, Yo also knows that she mustn't take advantage of it. Fuminori is the victim, just as Koji said. He's the one who most deserves sympathy. Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori. What? Hello, is my internet fine now? Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. In fact, She thinks even more fondly of him for taking the time to consider than she would have had he treated their relationship casually. Apparently, the fact that Fuminori did not reject her was enough to make them a couple in Koji and Omi's eyes. Oh yeah, so they're not official. Yeah, so they're not official, right? He just didn't reject her. Wait. Okay, they've had plenty of fun at Yon Fuminori's expense since. The truth of it though is that he still hasn't given her an answer. Bro, just because somebody didn't answer doesn't mean that they're your boyfriend already. Girl. Yeah, you're just assuming. Jesus, get a hold of yourself. He's not yours. After revealing her feelings to him, Yo didn't see Fuminori again until a week later, and then she could only stare at his broken body through the window of the ICU. And when he was finally released, after 50 days that seemed an eternity, he was somehow different. She's starting to doubt that he even remembers what she confessed to him before the accident. Now winter is it working? Please work, please work, please work, please work. Oh my god, I think my internet's pretty bad. ISP switch. Damn, I'm gonna have to set up my VTuber if I have to switch. How about now? How about now? Is it raining there? No, it stopped raining. Okay, we're alive. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a storm. But yeah, like I was saying, we're meeting best girl right now. This is my best girl. I like Saya and her. I don't care about the other girls. His voice is hard and flat. His words tossed carelessly into the air. It's like he's speaking to himself in an empty room. Ryoko is a surgeon, not a psychiatrist. But even she can sense the thickness of the wall he has erected between himself and the world.
吐き気やめまい、幻聴や幻覚といった体験は？
I remember fangirling about her so much in a Purin collab stream.
いえ、何も。
While Sakisaka appears to be looking at Ryoko, his gaze is actually aimed a fraction down and to the side. He's only superficially engaged in the conversation, when in truth, it does not interest him in the slightest. Perfect rejection. Realizing that she can interview him like this, Ryoko sighs and sets her chart aside.
咲坂さん、あなたが当院で受けた処置は脳神経医学の分野では世界的に最先端の治療でした。そのことはご存知ですよね。
Treatment of subdural hematoma through the use of micromachines, a procedure available in Japan exclusively here. At T University, had been the only way to save Sakisaka Fuminori from a cerebral contusion that should have been fatal.
最先端であるということは、まだまだデータの出揃っていない危険性の伴う治療法だったという意味でもあります。
そうでしょうね。
Of course. Sakisaka Fuminori's lips twist slightly in what might be a bitter or mocking smile, but is gone before Ryoko can discern its meaning.
普通こんなことを言って脅かすのは医者として問題なんですが、
Oh no, she's gonna scare him.
施術後に重大な脳障害をきたしたケースも報告されているんです。
Oh boy, I
予後の
wonder
経過に
what.
は十分に注意しなければなりません。
What happened? What happened? Why? What's wrong? Okay, you guys are worrying me. I can't even read properly. Nothing happened here. Oh, okay. Hence these weekly checkups. If only he would take them a little more seriously.
先週の MRI はどうでした？
How was last week's MRI? Sakisaka asked abruptly, as if to cut Ryoko off guard. Some minor buffering, but you can continue. Okay. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is a way for doctors to examine the brain in detail without opening the patient's skull. Surprised by Sakisaka's uncommon technical knowledge, Ryoko recalls his profile.
そういえばあなたも医者の卵だったわね。
先生が心配しているような脳機能不全は画像診断だけでも十分にわかるはずですよね。
いいえ。
There is nothing, not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. For a procedure with such a low rate of success, the results have been nothing short of miraculous. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior. Some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. But if it's an inorganic problem, then there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain it.
大丈夫ですよ先生。現に僕は今こうして病院の外でも何不自由なく生活しています。問題なんてないでしょ。
ねえ咲坂さん、こういった難しい手術は予後不断が原則なんです。
I'm getting worried about my ISP. God damn it, damn ISP! The real horror here is having difficulties watching video stream. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the ISP is doing a funny little. Ooh, let's scare the viewers by being unstable.
そうですよね。僕だって先生方を信用したい。どんな相談にも乗ってもらえるんですか？
ええ、もちろん。
Ryoko answered, smiling to cover up her irritation. Sakisaka asked exactly the same question during last week's visit.
じゃあ、先週の話の続きなんですが、先生、あれから大貝教授については何か分かりましたか？
Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As before, the patient is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing.
大貝教授のことは、あなたの治療とは何の関係もないでしょ？
信頼しろと言った矢先にいきなり隠し事ですか？
Ryoko is used to patients treating her with hostility. Some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with a person whose mistakes could kill you. In Sakisaka, however, she doesn't exactly see the anxiety that other patients exhibit. His demeanor is perfectly calm, almost like a detective questioning a suspect. No, bro, you're just dealing with a damn sociopath, a schizo. He's literally a schizo.
だいぶ前にここを辞められた方ですからね。
辞めた理由はご存知ない？
ええ、おそらく個人的な事情でしょうね。
Is my stream fine? What is going on, bro? What's going on? No, it's everyone else who is crazy. It's good. You know the thing with... Look, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the ISP. You know the thing with brain surgery, there are cases of people who have become sociopaths or otherwise criminal. Wait, really? I didn't know that. I'm not expert. I'm not expert in medicine. In my end, the stream is fine for now at least. Yeah. Yes, I believe it was personal. Ryoko answered smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone. Having decided at the outset to lie, she has no trouble doing so with a straight face.
それにしても、咲坂さん、なぜあなたはそんなに大貝教授にこだわるんです？お知り合いですか？
Yeah, it's a Nitro plus VN. But why do you keep asking about Dr. Ogai? Are you acquainted?
教授は今失踪中なんです。知ってましたか？
いいえ。
Ryoko realizes that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more surprised.
近頃教授の身内の人間と恋にしていましたね。その
Oh,
人から
yeah,
調
this
査を頼まれてい
one.
るんです。
Oh my god, I have the damn Purin. I have the damn Purin icon. Sorry, Purin. I don't know how to remove that. I'll ask you for help again. Sorry, Purin. Okay, for context, Purin gave me her chat CSS so I can have bubbles too, and I tried to like fix everything, but apparently there's still the damn bone. I recently become close to the relative of his. It was she who asked me to find him. A relative? Ryoko considers this with a frown.
大貝教授に縁者の方はおられないはずですが。
おお、誰から聞きました？
それは噂話に。
I don't like how suspicious Fuminori sounds. Oh. Purin left her mark. Damn, Purin. Ryoko replies, remembering that she just claimed to have had no contact with the man.
なるほど。そんなことが噂になる程度には、大貝教授は有名人だったわけですね。
まあ、一風変わった人だったみたいですね。
なのに、誰も彼が大学を辞めた
You're
理
the
由を知らない。
university clinic, right? Ryoko falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakisaka seems to have finally grasped her mood, however, as his strangely stiff tone softens a little.
先生、
Purin
僕はどうして
peed
も大貝教
on
授に
the
会わな
chat
きゃならないんで
CSS
す。
before giving it to me. Please, I have to find Dr.
彼
Olgai.
がいなくなったせいで、行く当てがなくなり困っている子がいるんです。
それはむしろ警察の領分なんじゃないかしら。
Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a gamble. If Olgai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. Ooh, what incident? He knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. They already made sure that Olgai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. What happened? But then, how did Sakisaka, a mere patient, learn about Olgai?
咲坂さん、私の知っている範囲のことは喜んでお教えします。ですが、大貝教授は今年の4月に辞表を出して、以後は何の音信もないんです。
What did they do? We'll find out.
どこか長期の旅行にでも行かれたか、その程度しか想像つきません。
He's on
そうですか。
vacation right now. He's on hiatus. Doc, have you seen Virgil? A relative's looking for her. Expecting resistance, Ryoko is surprised when Sakisaka backs down. She's still worried about his condition, and the mysterious link between him and Olgai is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes progress good on Sakisaka's chart for today.
咲坂さん、それでは来週の診察ですが、今日と同じ4時でも。
Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone. Alright, boys. I love the CG here. I love the background. Yeah, he ghosted her. I love the background here. Give me Bridget's address. I know a relative who wants to send something to her. It looks like someone sprayed the walls with pig guts from ceiling to floor. What color should the walls of a hospital be? White, of course. And to the creatures of rotten flesh shambling around me, I'm sure this hallway looks just as white as it should. Honestly though, if you guys want to give me gifts, just ask me. And I can probably get Bosu to talk to you. You can probably talk it out with Bosu. Cause, the gifts go to him first and then he sends it to us. He's our post office. I know intellectually that the walls are white. I know that the flesh beasts are really human. I'm the one with the problem, and it's because I've accepted this that I'm able to lead something approaching a normal life. Even if my university's medical department is nowhere as good as T universities, I'm still a medical student specializing in neurology. I have a basic idea of what has happened to me, though it's hard to believe. This isn't a pathological condition. It's really some form of agnosia unlike anything that has ever been studied before. The flesh beast called Tambo Ryoko said that there's your answer. He saw her as a flesh beast too. The flesh beast called Tambo Ryoko said that other patients had developed neurological disorders after receiving the same treatment I did. So I guess I'm just another failure. It makes me want to laugh in that know-it-all doctor's face. Wow, that's a convenient background. It's so nice, right? I love it. That said, I don't blame the doctors who operated on me. After all, I do owe them my life. I know as well as anyone how low the chance of success was, and that I had no other hope of survival. I love it! I love the background so much! How do I... Okay, space. Oh my god, beautiful. I love this aesthetic so much. I was unlucky, that's all there is to it. The point is that my condition isn't treatable. Just like someone adapting to a hearing aid or wheelchair, I have no choice but to adapt to this nauseating scenery. Of course it's hard. It wasn't easy to resign myself to this fate, but now there's more than just despair. Even for me, there is a glimmer of hope. Keeping my eyes on my feet, I hurry home. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Watch, watch, watch. Watch, watch, watch. Look at the stream right now. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood in a house that's much too large for me alone. My parents, even unluckier than I was, died in the accident 3 months ago. I couldn't even go to the funeral for being in intensive care. I had to sell my father's business, but at least that left me with the house and enough money to live on for a while. Of course I'm sad, but the accident took more from me than my parents. In fact, being on my own has probably saved me. If they were still alive, my parents would never have allowed me to live with some strange girl.
Okaeri!
Ah, so cute! As I open the door, a bright voice greets me from the kitchen. The voice is beautiful and clear as a bell, human. Its sweet sound washes the day's cacophony from my memory.
ただいまさや。
I'm home, Saya. Even the patter of feet coming down the hallway is music to my ears. Nowhere else in the city can I hear such footsteps. Only in this house with Saya am I so privileged.
遅かったね。
Look at her, she's so
心配
cute!
しちゃったぞ。
ごめんよ。今日は病院に寄っていく日だったから。
I love her so much.
あー、そうだっけ。
And her smile and the inquisitive tilt of her head is everything that I have lost. Since my accident, this girl is the only person I've met. Perhaps the only person in the entire world who does not trigger my cognitive disorder. True, her skin seems too white, and the color of her eyes and her hair is probably different in reality. But even so, her form is undeniably human. I would enjoy flesh architecture if I could live with Saya. Yeah, me too, bro. She's like peak wife. And it's not just her appearance and her voice either. As I bend down to take off my shoes, Saya wraps her arms around my neck and pulls me gently into her chest. Oh! Her skin feels truly human, not cold or slimy, and from her hair wafts a sweet feminine fragrance. In all the world, only Saya is pleasing to my 5 senses. And what's more, she smiles at me, embraces me. She knows that she is my salvation, and for some reason is happy that I need her. She has savior complex. So me. If I had not met Saya, if I had been all alone in this twisted, filth-ridden world, I would no doubt have succumbed to madness. It is no exaggeration to say that Saya alone is keeping me alive.
今日は一日どうしてた？
今の模様替え。もう半分
She
ぐらい
even
塗り終わっ
paints!
たよ。で、今はね、ふみのりの晩ご飯作ってるの。
そうか。楽し。
もうちょっと時間かかりそうなの。
Oh, I skipped Fuminori.
Matete.
It's fine, as long as you hear Saya.
いいよ。じゃあ。
Do you guys want me to
僕は今の
dub
続きをや
Saya,
って
or do you want to hear her voice? It's fine. Either is fine. I like Asaya's voice. Talented daughter wife. I know. I love her. She's so adorable. She does her best. No dub, no Saya dub, or no Virgil dub. Why can't she just accompany him? I wonder why. Read lines if you like them. Maybe. Oh, okay. I like all of Saya's lines though. After I see the humming Saya off to the kitchen, I step into the living room. Oh. I realized one day that if the natural colors of the world were sickening, all I had to do was paint over them with colors that seemed pleasant. I went to the hardware store and bought every color of paint I could find. Then Saya and I tried different combinations until we found one that worked. After painting the bedroom from ceiling to floor, I was finally able to get my first good night's sleep since the accident. When we first started on the living room, Saya, unsure what to do with the curtains, just painted carefully around the windows. Without a moment's hesitation, I tore the curtains down and painted over the glass itself. There'll never be anything out there that I'd want to see, and as long as we keep the storm shutters closed, the neighbors probably won't think anything of
ご
it.
飯できたよ。
こっちで食べよう。持ってきてくれるか。
I wonder what it looks like for the normal person. As she enters the living room with a tray of food, Saya sniffs the
ペ
air.
ンキの匂い平気？
Now that she mentions it, I suppose the smell of paint thinner must be building up in this closed room. It doesn't really bother me though. There are far worse smells outside.
さやは嫌いかい？
平気。
She's so cute!
みのりが大丈夫なら。
I'm fine if you are. Saya sets the food on the table. Unfortunately, neither its color nor its smell is at all appetizing. Not that food elsewhere is any
い
different.
ただきます。
As has become routine, I steel myself and methodically transport the food onto my mouth. Taste is as gut-wrenching as I expected, but it's not Saya's fault. I'm sure she made exactly like the cooking show said. It's just that my taste buds can't accept it.
美味しくない？
Aww. She asks hesitantly.
まあね。
Lying won't make Saya happy. She knows about my condition.
気にしないで。明日はまた別のものを作ってあげるから。
Can't wait, dear.
ごめんな、いつも。せっかく作ってくれた
Yeah,
のに。
even normal human food tastes bad for him. Normal human smells bad to him. It's only Saya that, you know, is pleasant to his all five senses. I wonder what he ate. He ate normal human food. That's why it tastes bad for him.
いいのよ。こうやっていろいろ試していけば、いつかふみのりでも
Hello,
美味し
Saya
く食べられる
orang
メニューが見つ
Indonesia.
か
I
る
don't
かも
see
しれないじゃない。
Indonesia. I just know wangi wangi. Ah, wangi wangi. Ah, Saya wangi. It's fine. If I keep trying, maybe I'll find something you like. In my current state, eating is nothing more than an unwelcome duty. As much as I hate it, I need food to survive. So maybe bad food will be good to him. Yeah, maybe. If I stay alive, then perhaps one day, as Saya says, I'll be able to taste something delicious again. I met Saya, didn't I?
さやは食べないの？
私はもう済ましたから。
Okay, that's nice. Can I have what you had? In all the time we've been together, Saya has never once eaten with me. I don't know why she refuses to do so. It makes me a little sad. Still, I'm not about to push that issue, not when she's putting up with all the problems I have.
そういえば、今日もう一度病院で君のお父さんのこ
Wait,
と聞い
Saya's
て
a
みた。
human eater? I thought she's just some cute girl. She never said anything like that. What are you talking about? By the way, I asked about your father again.
パパの？
See, she even has Dr. Ogay as her dad. Dr. Ogay Masahiko is Saya's father and her only living relative. Saya has asked me to unravel the mystery of his disappearance.
やっぱり何も教えてくれない。何か隠している雰囲気なん
Please,
だな。
okay, wait. Let me put a disclaimer. I didn't say she eats people. They still wouldn't tell me anything. I get the feeling they're hiding something.
そう。
No stream hiccups for a while. No, nice. I expected Saya to be a little more disappointed.
心配じゃないのかい？お父さんのこと。
そういうわけじゃないの。
She gives a little shake of her head, then smiles at me once again.
ありがとう、ふみのり。私のためにいろいろと。
君はそれ以上のことを僕のためにしてくれるんだ。
They're so sweet. They're a nice couple. I thanked her for the meal and set my chopsticks down next to the perfectly clean table. As wretched as the taste was, thinking of the care that Saya put into it gave me the strength to finish every bite.
じゃあ、お風呂にする？
Ooh! She's literally doing the would you like dinner, bath, or me?
また背中流してくれるか？
Ever since I moved in, it's been like having my own wife. Oh wait. I'm worried. Okay. Wait. Sorry, I need to make sure. Okay. Huh. Okay. Saya, why are you so good to me? Is this truly what you want? What am I? But she a child, bro. No, she's not. She's not. Don't be ageist, okay? Just because someone looks young doesn't mean they're a child. OMG, my room. Yeah, this is my room except it's white. Is this truly what you want? What am I? That you can give yourself to me, body and soul? Is this merely sympathy? Do you pity me? The exile from society? Is that enough for you to surrender yourself to such mad desire? Are you so wanton? Saya is here. She is with me now. Only in this moment is her existence certain. Only when I am joined with her can I believe. No matter what cruel fate might await me, Saya, there is nothing I fear more than losing you.
みのり、泣いてるの？
I realize that my cheeks are wet with tears.
どうしてなんださや。なぜ僕にここまでしてくれる？
みのり。
わからないんだ。わからないのに僕だけがどんどん君に惹かれていく。
Oh, he's
耐え
cute.
られなくなっていく。
Fuminori is cute. I wrap my arms tighter around her, praying that our bodies will melt together, never again be apart.
教えてくれ。どうすれば君を失わずにいられる？僕は何をすればいい？
Oh,
どうやって君に報いればいい？
Des and Saya stands for simp. Saya isn't the simp though, it's Fuminori.
こうやって
Oh,
抱
okay.
いていて。
Good. Keep holding me, Saya whispers into my chest.
みのりに抱いてもらうの大好き。だから私は海のりから離れたりしない。
なぜ僕なんだ？
Oh my god, he's pulling off the white meat card.
それはね、海のりが
Saya likes
一人ぼっち
virgins.
だから。
He says softly, gazing up into my eyes.
それはさや
Oh,
も一人ぼっちだったから。
the sorrow in her voice resonates with my own. There's a deep loneliness in her eyes, a loneliness from which now springs boundless affection.
だからさやにも海のりしかいないの。この世でただ一人だけ。
The truth here is being unsure if it's the old ages version. It is.
大好き
I just confirmed. You're all I have in the whole world. You're all I have in the whole wide world. Only you will embrace me, my precious Fuminori. Now I know. No matter what horrors this world unleashes upon me, all I'll ever need is Saya. Oh, no Saya! Scene with no Saya, I sleep. Yella is determined to talk to him today. Nothing will happen as long as she hesitates. It will only prolong her suffering. The time has come to show courage once again. Wear a bra! Wear a damn bra! Look. There's a boob window. She's not wearing bra. I don't wear bras when I'm at home. But at least I wear a bra when I go outside. And I don't even need to wear a bra. You do, however. You do. Your nipples are perking up. Yeah, it's very Lovecraftian. I feel incomplete without the full version. There's a really good scene with the NSFW version because it shows how messed up things are. But I wonder how they'll translate it in the old ages version. Yo's fourth period on Thursdays is biology. This is her one chance to see Fuminori. As a required course with many students, the lecture is held in a large hall that can seat well over 200. But since the room is usually only half full, it is rarely difficult for Yo to find the seat she wants. Yo prefers to sit near the center, where it is easiest to hear the professor. Most of the students congregate in this area for the same reason. Fuminori usually sits beside her, although given the ambiguous state of their relationships, she knows better than to take this for granted. Still, she tries to save a seat whenever possible. The classroom isn't crowded today, so Yo is able to set her bag on the seat next to her without inconveniencing anyone. But when the professor arrives at the usual time to start class, there is still no sign of Fuminori. I wonder if it'll have the one scene where Fuminori does some deep thinking on his relationship with Saya. Yeah, probably, most likely. Unrealistic. Here all the students sit at the side so they can escape quickly if needed. I mean, I'm guessing that medical students, they have to be more serious due to their course. I'm not sure, but I have friends in the medical course and they're all pretty hardworking. So that's what I'm gonna guess here, because I'm pretty sure it's a really hard course. After waiting for about 10 minutes, Yo scans the room furtively. Fuminori is there, sitting alone in the far back corner. Did he miss Yo when he came in? No, he couldn't have, and besides, no serious student would willingly sit so far from the front. I would assume so. If the medical student isn't serious for this job, people might die, yeah. Feeling miserable, Yo slides her bag back over to herself. Fuminori is out the door the moment class ends. Yo barely manages to catch up to him before he disappears down the hallway.
Sakisaka-san!
Fuminori jigs at the sound of his name. You would think she just screamed at him. Ah, whoa. That's what he heard. Yo.
何か
What? He turns to her and asks reluctantly. Now that they are face to face, Yo is painfully aware of how much weight Fuminori has lost. His sunken eyes and protruding cheekbones are a far cry from the futures familiar to her. She wonders whether he's under a lot of stress or perhaps not getting enough nutrition. Maybe it's both. The localization of no last name basis. I know, right? He definitely looks more tense than he should. Afraid even though of what she can't imagine. His eyes move restlessly from point to point and he refuses to look Yo in the eye. It hurts to see Fuminori this way. What could have changed him so? Today, she reminds herself, rekindling the flame of courage in her heart.
お話があるんです。ちょっといいですか?
What do you call a medical student that gets C's for all their exams? Doctor. I don't get it! Explain! Hey, let me reread this. What could have changed him so? I don't know, maybe his entire family dying? C's get degrees. Wait, is it a joke or... Sorry, I'm a bit dumb when it comes to medical stuff. The courtyard is empty and silent. No one is willing to sit and chat in the cold November air.
話って何?
So what is it? Don't you remember? Yo almost blurts the question but manages to keep her composure.
咲坂さん、最近ちょっと様子が変です。
She has a really nice
見てて。
voice.
そうかもね。まあ、あんな目にあった後だから。
The joke is that a student that just puts in minimal effort and barely passed their exam is still a doctor. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. I get it. If you pass, you pass. You still become a doctor, even if you're a bad doctor. Right? He smiles like it's nothing, but even that seems forced. He's even standing precisely one pace farther away from her than he used to.
本当にそれだけなんですか?
君にはそれだけじゃないように見えるのかい?
Yo manages to keep flinching at the harshness of his tone.
何か我慢してるみたいに見えます。
Rather than answer, Fuminori grinds his toe into the dead grass at his feet, fearing that her determination might flag. Yo lets the words come as they may.
どうしようもないものを無理して壊れそうになるほど頑張って我慢してるみたいに。今の咲坂さんはそう見えます。
そうかい。
Oh, really? Fuminori mutters through the clenched teeth, no longer trying to deny it or change the topic. This is an even clearer signal of rejection than his prior evasiveness. But Yo's determination is strong. Today at least, she won't back
友
down.
達ってこんな時のためにいると思うんです。
He's scared of her titty.
本当に残念だったと思います。
It doesn't sound that bad, Fuminori. Just close your eyes.
咲坂さんは一人ぼっちじゃありません。友くんや大見ちゃんやそれに私がいます。
Wow, so romantic. Maybe Fuminori has social anxiety. Does that answer your question? Be stinky though. I thought stinky was the new cool. Yo can no longer stop the words pouring from her lips. She fears that if she does not unleash her feelings now, they will be lost forever.
一人で背負い込んだりしなくても私たちで何とかできることだってあると思うんです。
He's gonna snap. He's gonna snap for sure.
何もできないにしても話してさえくれれば。
GLaDOS sounds more robotic. This sounds like someone drowning. Not gonna lie, she's so pushy that I see her with Fuminori vision now. I mean, yeah, actually, you know what? I can't even defend her. She is being pushy.
咲坂さんの力になりたいんです。他のみんなも同じ気持ちだと。
やめてくれ。
Fuminori shouts, silencing Yo's entreaty. She promised herself that she wouldn't back down, but Fuminori's expression is terrible enough to shatter her resolve. The look in his eyes is not anger or any other warm-blooded emotion. It is hate. Murderously cold hate. Holy shit,
そういえば
that's an
君には
ego
一つ
blow.
返事しなきゃいけない要件があったね。
He remembers. He remembers, and still he has treated her so coldly. That is all the answer she needs. If his words stab any deeper, she might very well die.
僕は君のことをとりわけ特別に意識したことなんてなかった。
Imagine waking up
君
one
に
day
好
and
意を
all your
持たれ
friends
てもどう
speak
接すればいいのか
with
迷ってた。
autotune. Even if he keeps his eyes closed, that's a lot to take in. Oh my god, no, autotune! I never saw you in any special way before. When you asked me out, I wasn't sure how to respond.
僕が君のことを
Oh
どう思って
my
るのか
god,
正直な気
bro!
持ちが自分でもわからなかったから。
咲坂さん。
でもね、今ではもうはっきりと答えが
Damn, that hurts! But
出
you
る。
know,
彼
he
から
has
考
a
える時間だ
girlfriend
けは
now.
たっぷりとあったからね。
He has Connie with him.
筑波さん、僕はあんたのことが大好
Sheesh! Jesus Christ, man! Fuck! I like it. I like it. I like the drama. I love the drama. I'm dating a child. I don't like you anymore. What Connie does to a motherfucker. I hate you. Your chest is huge and you don't wear a bra. What are you, an exhibitionist? I'm married. I have a daughter wife. Don't cry, Yo tells herself, but too late to stop the tears pouring from her eyes.
もう二度と会いたくないっていうのは無理だね。同じ学校に通ってるんだし。だからせめて今後は僕に声をかけないでくれないか？目障りなんだ。
What good Connie does to a motherfucker. Yo whispers in shock and despair. To which Fuminori twists his lips into a malevolent smile.
君さ、少しは頭を冷やした方が良か
You
った
should
んだ。
really think. You should
どう
really
せ
try
オミは
thinking
工事
for
にけし
yourself
かけら
once
れ
in
て
a
その
while.
気になってただけなんだろ？
I bet it was Koji and Omi's idea, wasn't it?
自分一人でのぼせてる分には勝手だけどさ、他人を巻き込むなって言うんだ。
That's all Yo can take. Even after shedding tears in front of him, she absolutely refuses to let him hear her cry. Any disgrace would be preferable to breaking down here. So she runs, fleeing breathlessly from the courtyard with Fuminori's cold smile at her back. He deletes all hags from the world. Based. I love it. I love Fuminori. Fuminori is truly the visual novel protagonist of all time. Gotta love it. I love it. Omi was the first to catch sight of Yo and Fuminori leaving for the courtyard. Reluctant to interrupt them, but still unwilling to leave them alone, she and Koji ended up watching the whole thing from the shadows. He's just like me, guy. Oh my god. Oh, I have like this chart. No, yeah, it's a chart of like a bunch of visual novel MCs that are. Oh, he's just like me, for real material. I have to find it again though. I got it from the VN bot guy. The asshole. Throughout the exchange, Omi was clearly itching to jump out and punch Fuminori in the face. Knowing her temper, Koji kept firm hold of her arm until the end. If he hadn't, she might very well have done it. You have a self-insert list? I mean... No, it's not mine, but it's like a bunch of guys' self-insert list. I'll try to look for it, honestly. Fuminori leaves after Yo, his every step seeming to take an act of willpower. Koji sighs heavily into the once more empty courtyard, but the bitter taste in his mouth will not go away.
どうしちまったんだかな、あいつは。
Even Koji cannot forgive Fuminori's treatment of Yo. However, the first thing that he feels is confusion, not anger. Koji has known Fuminori since long before college. Fuminori was never this cruel before. There is no question now that the accident changed him.
ねえコージ、このまま放っておくつもり？
放っておきたくないにしたって、俺たちに何ができる？
覗き見よりマシなことよ。
Koji doesn't know Kani. Oh yeah, tell me about it. But I still like him a lot. Fuminori skipped school to hang out with an anime girl at home. Man was the original VTuber fan. Yeah, I know, right? And like... oh, real people are disgusting. Ew. Something besides watch. Omi shouts, her face red with fury.
私、崎坂くんに一言言ってやらなきゃ気が済まないわ。
それで筑波の気が晴れるってもんでもないだろうに。
だったら私のキーだけでも晴らすわよ。
Base, I like her too. Yo and Omi are best friends, just like Koji and Fuminori. In fact, it was the relationship between Koji and Omi that brought the other two together. Omi's anger is only natural.
私、崎坂くんと二人だけで話してみたいわ。コージはついてこなくてもいいから。
本気かよ。
You serious?
その代わり、ヨウのことを見ていてあげて。あの子、多分心底傷ついてる。
Yo's gonna go for Koji next because she likes stealing women's boyfriends and husbands.
泣き終わった後で、誰かの優しさが必要になると思う。
なあ、それって俺とお前の役回りが逆じゃないのか？
私みたいな性格だとね、慰め役は無理。励ますつもりで余計に傷跡広げちゃうのがオチなのよ。
なるほど、納得いった。
あ、やない。
じゃあまあ、そっちはほどほどにしとけよな。
Ending the conversation before Omi's moods get any worse. Omi's mood gets any worse. Koji heads off to find Yo. The photo-like backgrounds are nice. Oh, yeah, and did you know that the blood and guts everywhere is actually real photo-like? Like, the real images is real. It's real. They just put a filter over it. Ooh, that's real. I feel awful, miserable, but also refreshed. I finally crossed the line. I knew it would come crashing down like this sooner or later. Having become unable to feel anything but disgust for other people, there was no way I could hope to maintain the relationships I've had before the accident. That's real, it's real. Promo looks good and didn't have to be hand-drawn. Yeah, it's real. Today's incident will definitely get back to Koji and Omi, and everyone will be convinced I've had a major change of character. Honestly, I don't care anymore. At least I probably won't be committed for this. I just need to avoid acting any stranger than I already have. The BGM is so good. I love it. I love Nike Plus's OSTs. They're always really good. If this puts a rift between me and the others, good. The thought of all the stress I'll avoid brings a smile to my lips. I'm fed up with them sticking their noses into my life. It's like they don't care that they make my gut turn just by being near me. I've been terrified of them until now, but today I struck fear into one of them. In that sense, it's something of a relief, but I'm not entirely without remorse for what happened. That the person I just demolished with the verbal equivalent of a nuclear bomb used to be my friend Yo. Even if my senses don't believe it, my mind accepts the theory. I don't have any particular grudge against Yo herself, and I didn't want to hurt her. Thanks, Remy Cromwell, for being a member for 8 months. You know, seeing the media backgrounds reminds me of the old first Fallout memes when they show someone horribly fleshy. Oh my god, I should check that out, because I really like how this looks like. In retrospect, perhaps I should have just ignored her outright. Yo was an attractive girl. I certainly didn't think badly of her. To be honest though, I was annoyed when Koji and Omi tried to stick us together. It felt like they were using us as entertainment, and Yo seemed totally oblivious to the fact that she was dancing to their tune. Her cluelessness was irritating. I hate naive girls, that's what she's saying right now. Still, I knew that none of them meant any harm. Back then, I didn't have any reason to hurt others just to get my way. If having a casual relationship with Yo would keep our circle of friends together, I was willing to make that compromise. Now, however, there is no room in my heart for such forbearance. Merely talking to someone is an ordeal. Then how can I be expected to show them kindness? Oh, I love the body horror in Fallout, because like I've seen what it looks like and it looks really cool. I just love this. I love this so much. These ruminations have left me exhausted. I wanted to return to Saya as soon as possible, but thinking about the packed trains and crowded downtown streets between here and home saps my spirit. Ugh, I'm so angry. I'm gonna go home to Saya so I won't be so angry. That's Fuminori. Catching sight of a nearby bench, I sit down and close my eyes to the horrors of the world. I can't do anything about the stink or the noise, but at least I can calm my nerves enough to rest. Wasn't Saya no Uta well what? H? It is H. But there's an all ages version. So I'm playing that right now. You also love Nemesis as well, right? Yeah, Nemesis is cool, but I like it when it's redder, you know? You know that red guy from Demonophobia? I like that. When I regained consciousness in the T University hospital ward, the world was as dark as it is now. Real Tanua version. I had not yet recovered my sight, even though my eyes and optical nerves were undamaged. It must have been an after effect of the accident. Blindness was a shock, but now I know that my suffering then was nothing. After all, my senses of hearing, touch, taste, and smell were all fine at the time. The real horror began when my sight returned. Ooh! The one small mercy was that I was able to come to terms with the accident and my neurosurgery while still blind. I panicked when I first saw the nightmarish hospital and the blood-curdling shapes of the doctors and nurses, but I soon guessed the cause. It has no H version? Why didn't I know that? I'm so behind this game. The all ages version is on Steam, and there's a patch for the R18 version. It's kind of like Nekoparent Katawa Shoujo having H, but it's well known for the wholesome stuff. Well, sort of wholesome. This is not wholesome at all. I panicked when I first saw the nightmarish hospital and the... Okay, I read this. It chills me to think of what might have happened if I had recovered my sight along with my consciousness. Suddenly awaking in what can only be described as hell, I would no doubt have lost my mind instantly. Soon my disorder spread to the senses of touch, taste, and smell. As it turns out, sight exerts tremendous influence over the other four. The taste of my food, the feel of my bed sheets, the fragrance of my get-well flowers, all became so unbearably foul as my eyes said they should be. So, it was just his eyes, and then it overwhelmed him that it affected his other senses, yeah? Eventually, when the doctor's voices became unrecognizable as human, I decided to kill myself. I didn't believe for a second that I could live in this new world. At least not until I met Saya. So he could have been normal if he were blind. Yeah, probably, for sure. One night, while thinking of a painless way to die, I found myself succumbing to sleep. Why not just turn blind? Drifting between the nightmares in my dreams and the nightmare of reality, I didn't notice her enter my room. The next thing I knew, there was a face staring down at me from next to my bed. The face was not covered in pus or slime or earthworm-like feelers. It had smooth white cheeks, round eyes, a lovely little nose. All things I had never expected to see again. The face was that of a girl, undeniably human and positively glowing with beauty. I sighed in admiration, savoring the first peace and joy since regaining my sight. She had not expected such a reaction, apparently.
怖くないの？私のこと。
She asked. Looking at the clock, I saw that it was exactly 3 in the morning. No time for a young girl to be alone in the hospital. Perhaps she expected me to mistake her for a ghost. But I would not have cared if she had been a ghost. Either way, she was a godsend.
君は誰だい？
Oh yeah, okay.
なぜここに？
All 5 senses are messed up. Alright. I was right. Initially. And then I started second guessing. Who are you? What are you doing here?
私はさや。パパのこと探しに来たの。
I assumed that she was the daughter of a late shift doctor or another patient. It was unusual, but not unthinkable for such a girl to be wandering around the hospital.
あなた、怖がらないんじゃつまらない。
あ、ちょっと。
I cried, desperate to keep her from leaving. It was only after she turned around that I realized I hadn't thought of what to say next.
何？
Her beautiful eyes drew me in, healing my soul to its core. Through the white haze clouding my mind, I struggled to form a coherent sentence.
女の子にお願いしていいことじゃないんだが、今君にしか頼めない。
No longer, he's gonna ask her for sex. No longer concerned with propriety, I let the words come as they willed.
手を握らせてもらえないか。
Close enough. Hi, Diana. Saya looked confused at first, but then she smiled like she just found a new toy. Her smile was brighter than my memories of the sun.
変な人。
Who wouldn't in this
そんなこと言い
situation?
出したの。あなたが
Me
初め
when
て。
I wake up and the world is covered in guts and I see a small girl. Let's have sex. You're strange, she said, holding out her slender white hand. No one's asked me anything like that before. Ever so carefully, as though catching snowflakes, I placed my palm against hers. I could feel her human warmth and the softness of her delicate fingers. She was there, just beyond the palm of my hand. Thinking back on the joyful tears I shed then, I know that this is the moment I was saved from my fate.
この半月の間に初めて人に触れた。人だ。
は？
他の人じゃダメなんだ。僕事故に遭って、その後遺症
This
ら
is
しいん
not
だ
a
けど、
confession booth. What are you
人
doing?
が人の姿に見えないんだよ。
Yeah, their fingers are interlacing. They are holding hands very lewdly, like prison school style.
本当に不思議な人。あなたって面白い。
He said, winding her fingers gently around
ま
mine.
た来ていい？
Take your meds, Saya. No, Saya doesn't want him to take his meds. He should not take his meds. Saya will disappear.
ああ、そりゃもう。
Why can't he just tell the monsters
いいの
this
かい？
too? They're going to throw him
君は
into a
そんな
mental
ことをして。
institution if he did.
大丈夫よ。夜は私のものだから。
The night belongs to me. That sounds really cool. And so our rendezvous began. Saya came to my room every night at 3 a.m., skillfully taking advantage of the duty nurse's shift change. I was astonished to learn that she was living inside the hospital.
これだけ広いと隠れる場所には事欠かないから。
She said, answering my surprise with a nonchalant smile. She had been living in the suburbs with her father, she told me, until one day he'd suddenly stopped coming home. After she had tired of waiting, Saya had decided one night to sneak into the hospital where he'd worked. And there she lived for over 2 months, searching for his whereabouts all the while.
学校には行かなくていいのかい？
This song sounds familiar somehow. It's so good. It sounds really, I don't know, nostalgic. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you know, it has a nostalgic feel.
いいの。勉強は全部パパに教えて
It's
もら
like
ったから。
liminal space but music.
さやはとっても頭がいいんだよ。
She was a strange girl. On the one hand, she looked and acted like a child. On the other, she was remarkably self-reliant, and at times exhibited a sharp intelligence and deep knowledge that many may have found unsettling. I didn't care. Saya was the only other human in a world gone mad. Her existence meant far more to me than the standards of society. It's good, but somehow gives me a bit of anxiety
見つか
listening
り
to
そうにな
it.
ったことは
Oh my god! That's the best part. It's like you're in a fever dream. That's the kind of feeling I love. I love the most. I don't know how to explain it. It's just really good. I love the fever dream feeling. Aren't you worried you might get caught?
全然平気。ここにいれば食べるものにも不自由しないし、パパのうちに一人ぼっちでいるよりもずっと楽しいよ。入院してる患者さんたちのうち、ちょっと精神的に参ってそうな人を自
She
分に
likes
チェック
mentally
してね。
unstable men. Saya continued, grinning mischievously.
時々部屋に真夜中に忍び込んで脅かしたりするの。その人が大騒ぎしてもそういう患者さんの言うことはみんな真に受けたりしない
Very
から
based.
結局は悪い夢ってことで片付けられちゃうし。
Her confession reminded me that the hospital was famous for its ghost stories. Who could have imagined that there was actually a real girl impishly roaming these hallways? Oh, Saya, you little devil, you.
じゃあ僕も
Likes
最初
mentally
はその
unstable
つもり
men,
で
just like Virgil, for real, for real. Yeah, I know! For real, me and Saya, we got a lot in common. So that's why you came to my room the first time?
うん。ごめんね。怒った？
While her pranks were hardly praiseworthy, I couldn't bring myself to scold her for the very thing that had brought us together.
もうやらない方がいい。その代わり
Damn,
夜は
he's
僕の
smooth.
話し相手になってくれないか。
さやもその方が楽しい。
Saya needs correction. Oh my god! Damn, bratty Saya. Correction is needed. With extreme care, I was able to conceal my sensory disorder. It was glaringly obvious that the doctors had no way to cure me, and the fact that I had undergone a still experimental procedure made me even more cautious. As a medical student, it was easy for me to imagine how the doctors would react if they have discovered that I was exhibiting such unusual side effects. I was not about to become a guinea pig, a mere specimen to be examined with clinical detachment. And so I hid my discomfort and loathing behind a mask of normalcy, convincing the doctors that any signs of stress were merely a result of hospitalization. Saya was my support. Looking forward to her nightly visits gave me the strength to endure my daily torture. I don't think he can get fixed, cause I think this is a first case, you know. Hope can make an enormous difference in a patient's progress. With the aid of my secret nurse, I recovered at a pace that left the doctors stunned. Saya is the medicine. On the last night before my release, I summoned my courage and asked her,
君はこれからもずっとこの病院に居続けるのかい？
うん。結局パパの手がかりはなかったけど、もう他にいるところもないし。
he is putting his hopes in
バレ
Miriam.
そう
He
になる
is,
ま
he
では
is.
いいかなって。
He's the only normal thing in this messed up world. In other words, there was nothing keeping her there.
よかったら僕の家に来ないか？
They had disorders, but I think this one was like the worst. Like it was the worst. Why not stay with me? I asked timidly. The question took all the courage I had.
え？
家族はもういないから部屋はいくらでも余ってる。人目を忍ぶような必要もないし、住み心地もそんなに悪くないんじゃないかと。
Aren't they a romantic couple?
ずっと 文則と一緒に暮らすの？
Oh yeah, it is the exact feel of the BGM. It's like Saya's the one singing. You want me to live with you? I was so afraid to ask her what she thought of that, so I hastily offered a deal.
君の父さんのことは代わりに僕が探してあげる。
He's desperate,
約束する
bro.
よ。必ず居場所を見つ。
難しいと思うよ。それ
Saya said, looking a little embarrassed.
多分パパ、何か悪いことをしてこの病院を辞めたんだと思う。だから警察とかは困るの。なるべくこっそりと探さなきゃいけないし。
頑張るよ。どんなことだってやる。僕は。
Unable to control myself, I finally spoke the truth.
さやと離れたくないんだ。
Aww. At first she looked bewildered, but after a few moments of silence, she said,
少しだけ考えさせて。
The police. She's running from the police because she's a sexual deviant. That night, she left my room earlier than usual. On the day of my release, I managed to smile as I accepted the hideous, foul-smelling celebratory bouquet. The flesh beasts calling themselves Koji, Omi, and Nyo came to pick me up. Though they had come to see me many times during my stay, it never got easier to see my friends change so horribly. My sudden tears of despair drew suspicion, but I managed to explain them away as tears of joy. While we walked to Koji's car, I looked desperately for Saya amid the grotesque scenery. Even as we drove away, I kept watching the hospital fade into the distance, praying for a last glimmer of hope. But Saya never appeared. Saya! Oh, Aruri! Welcome to the stream! Let me make you a mod. I'll make you a mod real quick. Say hi to Aruri, she's my friend. She's a really great singer. Hello Aruri, welcome to the stream. Oh my, are we inside the body? No. We are inside a world that looks like a body. Thanks for dropping in. After Koji and the others dropped me off, I paused a while to regard my surroundings. I lived my entire life on this block, in this house. There was no other place that I could call home. Hi cutie, posture check. Damn, my posture is kind of weird, but it's comfy. I'm in a really weird posture right now, in a really weird position, but it's comfy, okay? I look like a goblin right now. A goblin leaning back on her chair. But nothing was as I remembered. As I walked up the path to the front door and took in the yard where I had spent my childhood, I could feel those memories being defiled by the twisted, festering shapes around me. Inside the house, I had nothing familiar, nothing to offer me comfort and warmth. What I had once called home was now a whole other world. Your feet on the chair too, yeah!
帰る場所なんてない。
I whispered with a smile of self-pity. Here's one last stop to make, one last nail to hammer into my coffin. I stepped into the room that had cradled me from childhood. The walls were papered with human entrails. The bed, a tangled mess of warm flesh. Let's see the CG real quick. Oh my god, that is amazing. Look, there's even feet for some of you guys. But none of that mattered. Someone call Lobster real quick for this part. There, curled up on the bed like an abandoned cat, was Saya. How does she know where he lived? So wait, you are doing a Death Note L sitting pose? Yeah, but like my back, I'm leaning back and my butt is on the chair. She probably looked up his address and went there. As I stood there in shock, she looked up at me and in a tiny, weak voice said,
本当にここにいてもいいの？
Can I really stay? I responded by sweeping her into my arms, embracing her tightly so that she would not escape. Saya did not resist. The sight is unsettling. Everything about this visual novel is unsettling, and I love it. Oh my god, I love this part. Okay. When she arrives at Sakisaka house, Omi first takes a deep breath to calm herself. Her anger does not vanish entirely, of course, but at least now she can hear herself think. While waiting for a response from the intercom, she looks over the patch of yard that she can see from outside the gate. Even Omi isn't normally one to complain, but this is going too far. The grass is growing wild and there are piles of dead leaves scattered everywhere. It doesn't just look untended, it looks like an uninhabited ruin. Oh yeah, I should be back. Damn it, I feel so embarrassed chatting because it shows Purin's icon. Sorry about that, by the way. Sorry, Purin, I'll remove that real quick. I didn't know it'd show that. Anyway, the grass is growing wild and there are piles of dead leaves scattered everywhere. It doesn't just look untended, it looks like an uninhabited ruin. It's still light out, but every window has its storm shutters tightly sealed. Omi guesses that they've been closed since morning. What kind of life is Fuminori leading? Even if he's living alone, he can't neglect his housework forever. And is it just her imagination? Or does something stink like rotten meat? It couldn't be coming from the yard, could it? There's still no response, so she presses the buzzer a second time, and a third, and a fourth. Finally, after this has gone on for over 10 minutes, Omi loses her patience and opens the cover of the intercom. As she expected, the power has been disconnected. Perhaps Fuminori has a good reason for shutting out the world, but Omi can only see it as a lack of respect for others. Her anger rekindled. She pushes the gate open and stomps through the yard to the front door. Since her version of the game decided Virgil's also not all age friendly. Oh wait, give me a bit. I'm gonna go get food. Don't worry. I have food ready here. I just need to like slice it up. Slice the pizza. Pizza time. I got pizza. SNR doesn't know how to slice pizza. They slice it, but it doesn't work. She doubts that Fuminori will respond to a knock, so Omi decides to just open the door and go in shouting. And if the door is locked, she'll just have to. Surprisingly, the doorknob turns easily in her hand. And the enraged Omi finds herself throwing the door open wider than she intended. Let me take another bite. Her nostrils are instantly assaulted by a choking stench.
Nani?
As Omi stands petrified on the threshold, the cowbell hanging on the inside of the door chimes loudly. A moment later... Oh! Omi can't believe her ears. The voice she just heard could not have been human. Yet its intonations were too complex for any animal she can imagine.
誰かいるの?
She calls out to the end of the hallway from which the voice came. There is no response. Uh-oh! Horror time! Instead, she hears the sound of something soft and wet flopping its way deeper into the house. Finding it difficult to place a meaningful image to the voice she just heard, Omi stares blankly at the empty vestibule. There's nothing there, not even Fuminori's shoes, which can only mean that he's still outside somewhere, wearing them. The house should be empty. But then what was that voice just now? Her anger has vanished as if it were never there. Nevertheless, Omi sets foot into the hallway, leaving the door open so that the cowbell won't ring. The floor, if it were me, I would run the opposite direction and then tell everyone about it. The floor creaks, setting her nerves on edge. Omi isn't sure why she's acting like a burglar, but something tells her to make as little noise as possible. The potency of the stink inside the house makes the whiff she caught outside pale in comparison. It's sickening, like rotten fish guts. Has food been left to spoil in the kitchen? She hears a bubbling sound up ahead. Stepping gingerly on the creaking floorboards, Omi makes her way to the end of the hallway. She finds room to both sides of her, one lit, the other dark, and she chooses to look into the lit room. It's a kitchen, lit by what must be the only window in the house not covered by a storm shutter. The sound she heard was the pot boiling on the stove, and on the chopping board next to it lie a butcher's knife and some half-diced carrots. A perfectly normal household scene, with the light of the setting sun making everything the color of decomposing fruit. Listen to the OST. Something is wrong. Who was cooking here, and where did they go?
誰かいないんですか?
Omi calls, regretting it immediately as she realizes that her voice is shaking. As her words echo vaguely through the silent house, she begins to feel foolish and defenseless. Suddenly, she feels something cold seeping through her pantyhose. Ooh! She timidly reaches down to touch her feet. Her fingertips come away, covered with a viscous, olive green slime, like the filthy water from a tank long clogged with algae and dead fish. The whole floor is covered with it. It must be the source of the stench. Omi now wishes that she had worn her shoes inside. Manners be damned. When she looks back ruefully the way she came, she realizes that her current position is not visible from the entrance. This kitchen must be where that strange voice came from. The next room is probably the den. As she expected from the closed storm shutters, it's pitch black inside. Omi wants nothing more than to flee this house, but that would mean turning her back to the darkness, and that she simply cannot bring herself to do. Moved by some irrational compulsion, Omi sets foot into the den. It is too dark to see anything, and the stink is far worse than before. She slides her hand along the wall, feeling for the light switch. Finding it much sooner than she expected, she flips it on like it's her last hope. The colors. The colors. So many colors. The purple of entrails, the brown of rotten meat, the crimson of fresh blood, the yellow fat. These colors, and more that cannot be described, cover every inch of the room in maddening array. The colors say all that needs to be said about the painter's hatred, malice, and insanity. Omi's legs give out from the shock, sending her to the floor. Slime immediately soaks through her jeans, its cold tendrils creeping up her legs, crotch, and her neck. Her hand flies to her neck, where it is greeted by another drop of chilly slime. Above her, something is dripping down on her head. Making perhaps the worst decision of her life, Omi looks up. The predator clinging to the ceiling, poised to leap upon its prey. She sees it in every detail. Her mouth and nose are sealed before she can scream, and her belly is torn open as something enters to feast on her innards. But by the time she feels any of this, Omi has already gone mad. She just saw the thing in Fulminori's house and turned crazy. Woo! How'd you like it? Spooky, huh? I really like how atmospheric it is. I love the BGM. It really helps with the spookiness of NO UTA. It's good. I love it. That was great. I bit the bullet and tried to take the train, but the rush hour crowds were so bad that I had to get off halfway and walk. Yeah, it is Cthulhu. It's Lovecraftian. I'm running pretty late. Is Saya worried? I hope she's not mad. When I enter the yard, I realize that the front door has been left wide open. Light from the living room is seeping out into the hallway. I hear what sounds like someone smacking their lips. There's also a tantalizing fragrance in the air. Is it Saya? I consider calling out to her, in silence instead. Something smells strange, though not unpleasant. The aroma is quite soothing. In fact, it reminds me of Saya's hair. At first, I am surprised by what I see in the living room. The floor is covered with what looks like to be some kind of grass, probably the source of the herb-like smell, and there are fruit or vegetable-like balls of varying size scattered everywhere.
Saya.
Saya turns around, her eyes wide with surprise. She then looks away sheepishly, like a child caught at some prank.
何を食べてるんだい？
これは
She stammers, so flustered that I suddenly feel bad for sneaking up on her. Remembering that she never eaten in front of me before, I realize that she must be quite embarrassed.
一ついいかな？
Oh, where did I stop? You want me to go back? I can go back. Did the ISP die? Should I go back? Saya? Oh, Saya? Saya? Ah! Saya turns around, her eyes wide with surprise. She then looks away sheepishly, like a child caught at some prank. What are you eating? Well, she stammers, so flustered that I suddenly feel bad for sneaking up on her. Remembering that she has never eaten in front of me before, I realize that she must be quite embarrassed. Can I have one? Can I... I scoop up the closest fruit thing and pop it into my mouth, ignoring Saya's attempt to wave me off. It has a strange texture, soft and pliable, like a peach or a pear. When I bite into it with my back teeth, a succulent juice fills my mouth, combined with a sharp, strong fragrance. It's unlike anything I've ever tasted.
何か味付けとか調理してあるのか？
How did you make this? What did you use?
調理ってほどのことはさばいてからちょっと溶かして食べやすくしただけで、
Oh.
ほとんど生なんだけど。
Yeah, even Saya knows he shouldn't. I pick up a different lump, this one consisting of a fruity flesh around the hard core. Tearing a chunk off in my mouth, I find that it has a similar taste to the last one.
ねえ、大丈夫？それって
The juice, yummy!
僕でも食べられる
It's
味
good, Saya.
っていうよりうまいよ。
そう
Yummy.
なの？
Yummy yummers. At first, Saya looks dumbstruck, but then she bursts out laughing.
そうなんだ。ふみのりもこういうの
Ah,
が好
she's
きだったん
happy
だ。
though.
なんだ、あれこれ工夫して頑張ってた私がバカみたい。
さやっていつもこういうものを食べてたのか？
こんな大物は久しぶりだけどね。
Ooh,
取ってく
Jesus!
れるやつ。
Damn, bro! She never ate something that big. She usually gets hers from the local park, bro! What the hell? There's an impressive nature preserve not too far from here. I've never heard about fruits like these growing here, but, well, of course, they only look like fruits to me. They're really something else.
ごめんね。一番美味しいところはさっきさやが全部食べちゃった。
いいよ、また今度で。でもこれで明日から一緒に食事ができ
He
るね。
doesn't know what's going on, bro. He doesn't know. She was eating children this entire time. But you have to give props to her. She didn't want him to catch her eating that. So she still has consideration and, shame. I actually don't think it's kids. I think it was cats. Could be both. Saya seems really happy. I'm happy too, of course. Eating with someone is much more fun than eating alone. And it makes the food taste better too.
まだまだいっぱいあるし、 食べきれない分は冷やせば 2,3 日は大丈夫だよ。ちょっと味は落ちるんだけどね。
じゃあ早めに片付けておこうか。
Jesus! Sealing the small fruits in Tupperware and the large ones in pots and bowls, Saya and I stored the remaining food in the refrigerator. Thinking of tomorrow's dinner fills me with anticipation. I feel that, little by little, I'm starting to regain the joy of living. Saya will guide me. With her, I can live on. And with that, I think I will end the stream there. I wanted to introduce Saya no Uta to you guys. I don't think we're gonna finish the visual novel today, but I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I'm not gonna get banned, but I hope you guys enjoyed that, honestly, cause like it's one of my favorite visual novels. It's really good. I love the horror in Saya no Uta, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys were spooked out. Convinced you to pick it up. Yeah, you guys should read Saya no Uta, or read it with me at least, cause I'm gonna read more of this next week. I'm gonna read more of this next week, and hopefully I can keep reading longer. But for now, I'll be introducing it to you. I've introduced Saya no Uta to you guys, and I'm glad you guys felt the thrill, you know? Jello fun, thank you for the super chat, Scribble in the Dark. The atmosphere is so strong even with the cutie on stream. It's so good, right? It's just so good. It was fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It's a really, really good visual novel. That was like one of my favorite parts, and it gets better, I swear. It gets better. It gets way more messed up. But I really like it. I like how obviously the villain's here, cause that's what I said when the stream started, right? You're the villain here. You're the monster here. But even then, you can still feel the horror. And you can, you know, at least for me, I find Fuminori and Saya cute, cause without all the killing, the murdering, the cannibalism, they are a cute couple. And, you know, I blame Fuminori. It's all his fault. It's Fuminori. Saya did nothing wrong. If you hate, don't hate Saya, hate Fuminori, okay? The translation is also top notch. It is. ISP trivia and all scary parts aside, you did well. Oh, I'm glad. I know I stumble a lot, fumble a lot when I read, but I'm happy I got to deliver. Anyway, I'm glad you guys felt the spooky vibes even with my speech impediment. Can't hate a guy who's literally me for real. Oh my god, literally the best kind of guys from Minori. What do you mean? Murder and cannibalism make them a lot cuter, JK. They deserve a happy ending. Ooh, let's see if they do. But yeah, I've already read this visual novel before. I'm introducing it to you guys now because I don't think there's a lot of Filipinos that read Saya no Uta, so here I am shilling it to you guys. It's pretty famous in the visual novel community. It's like a staple there. But what I just joined, I'm already ending the stream, but you should watch the VOD. If you want to feel spooky vibes, watch the VOD because I think it was pretty spooky. I already read this, but the scene earlier was still very spooky, and the scene after that was messed up. Yeah, that's right, Saya is an eldritch horror. She might actually be negative years old. Dude, it's not Fuminori that's the predator, it's Saya. In more ways than one. I have heard of it, but yeah, first time actually seeing it. So, what do you think? A very good visual novel so far, right? You should read more visual novels after this, because there's a lot of visual novels that are good as this. I should do a stream where I recommend you visual novels. Which visual novel you should read? You should read this if you're into this and that. I think that's a good idea. Hello? Am I back? I think I'm back now. Anyway, like I was saying, I should do a visual novel recommendation stream where I do a PowerPoint presentation recommending you guys some visual novels because I really, really love visual novels. They just really hit different from the anime. Cause I don't know. Back then, when I was younger, I thought anime could translate the atmosphere way better than text. But visual novels make it way better for me, honestly. And someone asked earlier what's my favorite visual novel. Honestly, Subarashiki Hibi has a special place in my heart. It's also a horror visual novel. It's very messed up. It's very messed up. It has a special place in my heart because that's what got me into reading visual novels. That's how I picked up visual novels. I wanted to start with something, and the first one I finished was Subarashiki Hibi. Yeah. But yeah, I should do a recommendation stream sometime. Anyway, I'm really happy you guys enjoyed it. I hope it fulfilled the first day of Spooky Week. So pretty recent. Was it pretty recent? I don't know. When did Subahibi come out? I think it was like... When did it come out? I just remember it. I still used the laptop by that time. Would this be around safe for work or not safe for work? Yeah, I recall Higurashi has the anime involved the bad endings, if I recall. I think with Sai no Uta, the safe for work version is fine because I didn't want to read it if the safe for work version would take too much from the game. So I read the reviews and they said the safe for work version is okay. It's fine. Some people actually prefer it with the safe for work version because some people found the sex scenes to be unnecessary. Which, you know, I kind of can get since I did read it. The only VNs I've only finished all are Katawa Shoujo and Muv-Luv. Oh, Muv-Luv, that's great. Did you play all the games? The first visual novel I actually heard was when I was like 8 or 7. And yeah, it was Katawa Shoujo. And I remember I really liked the girl with burns in her face. And then I started liking Rin a lot. Rin is very cute. One good thing about this one's SFW, it gives more mystery in how hidden it is. Yeah, but honestly, there's a really good scene in the NSFW version because it's an H scene, but it's really messed up and I enjoyed it not because of the sex, but because of how icky it was. And I don't know how the safe for work version is going to convert that. Ever 17 is the one where people are trapped, right? I have it in my PC because I showed my visual novel list some time ago, and Ever 17 was in it. Though I do not remember if there's a sequel or a prequel to it because I know that it's either of the two. Something I would like to imagine knowing there is an SFW and seeing the SFW just gives the feelings of mystery. Oh, you know what visual novel I hated? That was all ages, that had an all ages version. I hated Totono. It was Totono. It was the first Doki Doki. The first Doki Doki. It was actually the reason why I picked up Doki Doki. Like, oh, okay, it's inspired by Totono. Because Totono was also one of the visual novels I found as a kid. And it was never translated until recently. But like, Totono has an all ages version. I hated it because they can't even say the word sex. They can't even say the word sex. They call it kiss. And that's stupid. It's stupid. I really hate it when they do it like that. A lot of visual novels I really want to read are not translated yet. Cause like another visual novel I want to read is Sayonara o Oshiete. I remember I fangirled about that in my Needy Streamer Overdose stream. But yeah, I don't think my viewers at the time read visual novels, so they didn't understand my hype. There is I know there's already a translation, a fan translation of Sayonara o Oshiete, but I heard it was pretty mid, so I'll just wait until there's a good translation. Either that or I really have to study Japanese. Do you know Kimi to Kanojo no Koi? Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Totono. I was talking about Totono earlier. That was the one that was translating sex into kiss in the all ages version. I hated it. How long will that take? I don't know, bro. Cause a lot of good visual novels are just being translated recently, and I hate it. I don't want to try machine translation. I have machine translation, textractor, but it's still, you know, I'd much rather not wait until the translation is done. Now I can't unsee now if ecchi anime says kiss makes me pregnant. I just imagine they actually did the deed with the censor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's censorship. Who knows? Man, waiting for translations with like it's like waiting to die of old age. Yeah, I just have to learn Japanese. Cause like I asked my visual novel friends, hey, you know any good machine translations? Cause this is like when I was starting to explore untranslated visual novels, and they were like, learn Japanese. Ah. It's a little slow because you need to manually work through all the machine stuff, but it's possible. Only recommend it with shorter games. Oh, I see. Yeah, makes sense. Anyway, yeah, that was NO UTA. Thanks for starting Spooky Week with me. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed. I hope the spookiness delivered. I'm really happy reading this to you guys. I was really excited to read this for you guys. Really. Duolingo stream, Japanese lesson stream, man. I don't know if I can commit to it, honestly. Before COVID, I was supposed to go to a Japanese school, like, so I could learn Japanese. And then COVID happened, and I couldn't go there anymore. It was fun. Hey, thanks for sharing this. It's pretty good, and I didn't know about it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad. I'm really happy. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go rest now. Don't worry. We'll read more next week, okay? And then it'll probably be longer than this one. The fact you can eat pizza after that, you're definitely used to it. yeah, I am. Oh, I also finished Devilman Crybaby, and I was like, bro, what the hell did I just watch? Bro, what the hell did I just watch? What was that? What the hell was that? I need explanations, right? What? I'm gonna go watch the original now. I'm gonna watch the original Devilman. Whatever. Everything was too weird for me. Everything was so weird to me. Anyway, yeah. Okay, bye-bye. See ya. Good night.
Flashbang.
Thanks for watching my NO UTA stream. Leave a comment down below once the video ends. And don't forget to check out my Twitter and Facebook, KoMETA, where I post my arts and shit posts. Anyway, that's it. See ya. Love you all. Bye-bye. Good night.